we should just dive right in. So my first question is, what is it like being one of the youngest teachers here on campus? Are there any positives or negatives?
A positive is definitely that I know the lingo, and I think it's really funny when the older teachers come and ask me what something means. When somebody says something, it was really big when like sus. That was nobody. Mr. Dieter didn't know what sus was. It's hard because sometimes students have siblings that are my age, so it's hard to like create the boundary of I'm your teacher, but also your sister is the same age as me, so it's like weird, and you know how to interact with somebody my age as a sibling.
Well, another question I'd like to know, do you like teaching here in Nebraska? You're originally from Indiana, is that correct?
Yes.
And we want to know, do you have any plans to leave?
I have it set as like willing to look at a call, but not itching to get out of here, because if God wants to put me somewhere, then he's going to put me there. And I don't want to like close any doors before they've even been opened.
And you went to school at Concordia University of Nebraska, Seward, correct?
Sco Dogs.
Sco Dogs. Did you always plan on going to Seward?
No, actually I was planning most of high school to go to Concordia, Chicago. I was going to be in the Wind Symphony, and like that was going to be my thing. It was the end of my junior year. Kurt Von Campen texted me, and he was like, Bethany, you have to come out to Seward at least to visit. When you're here, we're going to go on the international tour to Poland. It's going to be awesome. And then my high school choir director went to Seward also. And so he was always just like plugging it in like for me too. And then senior year, I was just applying for scholarships, and Seward had the full ride music scholarship. And I was like, I'll apply. What the heck? And then I was chosen as a finalist. And then I was chosen as the recipient of this full tuition music scholarship.
You are a published composer, correct?
It's true.
Yes.
It's true.
Tell me about your work on an evening prayer. Was this like a dream of yours for years to have like your own published arrangements and work?
No, it's a complete fluke, actually.
Really?
Really, it was not planned at all. So I was taking composition lessons, and so it was just one-on-one with David Von Campen at the time. And I needed to turn in something, and I turned it in, and David was like, hold on, like this is really good. We like worked on a couple things with it, and then he was like, I'm printing this off and putting it on my dad's desk. And his dad is Kurt Von Campen, the director of the a cappella choir. And so I was like, what? And he goes, no, like a cappella has to sing this. And so then they did. And then I recorded it and turned it in for this composition award. So then I won that award.
You see next to you, there is a picture, and it is your first choir class that you ever taught here at Lincoln Lutheran. Now, can you tell us a bit about that experience being so young, just your first semester here, being completely a new teacher, no experience elsewhere?
I felt like I was faking it the whole time.
Really?
Yeah, I had the biggest imposter syndrome ever. And it was also just really weird being on the other side of the classroom, because I'm like obviously very used to being on your side of the classroom. And it was a big learning curve that first year, especially communicating what I wanted to be done. I did a lot of rambling. I knew what I wanted it to sound like, but I didn't know what to say in order to get the music to sound like that.
Are you proud of what you did accomplish that year, like for being so new?
The kids worked really hard, and it was really fun to be able to be in there. All of the kids that were in there were very intrinsically motivated. Those kids also took a big risk doing choir again that year, because I was brand new, and they had no idea who I was. Like, it's not like I met them at the end of the year before in order to be like, guys, I'm awesome and choir is going to be awesome. They were like, hopefully she doesn't suck, because like nobody had ever seen me teach before. And so then those people really went for it, and they worked really hard, and it was really cool.
As a nice closing piece, what has been, you can name a few, but what has been your favorite song that you have made the Lincoln Lutheran choir perform?
Okay, so my first year at the spring concert, we did He's Never Failed Me Yet. And the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders also sang with high school. Like, it was everybody singing it. And I did that song in high school and college. And so it's like kind of lost its sparkle, I guess. But then there was one time in 6th grade music rehearsal that Mrs. Seitz just like popped her head in there, and they were singing it. And she was like, guys, sing that again. And they were singing just the chorus of it. At the end of it, she like teared up, and she was like, never forget what you're singing about. And then she just like left, and she was like crying, and I was like, and so then singing that at the concert at Trinity, I was thinking about that, And it was just really cool because that, just at the end of the day, every hour, he gives me power. I will sing and give thanks to thee for all of the dangerous toils and snares that he has brought me out. He's my God, and I'll serve him no matter what the test. Trust and never doubt. Jesus will surely bring you out. Like, that's what it's all about.
Right.
And so having that many kids singing that, and then this year bringing it back, and like you guys that sang it then all still remembered it, and even some of them, like when they sang it in middle school, they remembered it too. And I'm like, that is how God uses music.